Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Th000 versus Foggy here on Echo Isle. Hi YKJ, how are you doing? Hopefully you're liking the new camera. Yeah, I've actually been really busy recently. Just found out I have a 5-hour doctor's appointment during the workday, so I'll have to work at the doctor's office with my daughter, appointment for my daughter. So yeah, just trying to keep everything together. A lot of things to do, but then, you know, that just might be my season in life. People out there were like, I can't believe you're in your late 30s. I don't know, would you consider someone 37 years old in their late 30s? And what was this? Alright, Th000, huh? He pulled the peasant that was building the altar of kings off to grab some extra lumber and then went back to building the altar of kings? The only thing, like, you normally never, ever delay your hero unless you're going to be going for a tavern hero. So we'll see if that was on purpose, if that was on accident, what was really going on there. Not quite sure what to make of this. According to the loading screen, that was, in fact, this is still patch 1.28. And this is going to be a Mountain King. NetEase apparently hasn't upgraded to the patch 1.29 yet. So yeah, Mountain King going to be coming out first. There was a delay for about 15 seconds. We are looking at an Ancient of War and a Moonwell down across over here. This peasant gonna hide all the way in the back here. Perhaps try and pick up that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, which is incredibly important in this matchup. There goes the peasant. He's gonna go ahead and try and pick it up. There he goes, and now he's gonna try and make a big run. Get some damage onto some of those peasants right there. You see an archer coming in using that lightning shield fairly effectively as damage is now being added. However, a warden now coming across there, gonna end up taking some damage, and the warden gonna get some bonus experience off of that kill as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest unable to take down the unit. The new camera, it looks much more clear. Yeah, thank you. It is an upgraded camera. Apparently people say it looks like I'm wearing lipstick though, as we are looking at the warden now wandering around on the inside here. It did get slowed. Archer now finally pulling back the aggro. As you see, the footman and this peasant is trying to steal some experience. Meanwhile, back at the other end, Militia now running across inside here. This base is completely wide open, and this Moonwell may actually get taken down. Meanwhile, Mountain King has shown up to the party as well. Footman and peasant gonna be joining in as the warden, who did use a fair bit of mana early on, well, is gonna have a little bit of a difficult time. Mountain King currently out here absorbs a couple of detonations very quickly as the warden tries to get that final shot off and does in fact get the kill right there. Shadow Strike onto a peasant right now. Ancient of War trying to be constructed, as we should be looking at an additional scout tower, and this Ancient of War could get pressured out already. Alright, Th000 bringing it in very early. Shadow Strike now coming across. Mountain King still does have a very important Stormbolt and finds an archer right there. Damage could be adding up really quickly. Is it going to last long enough? Shadow Meld not going to be in time, as the footman now down to 68 hit points, going to try and back off. Two guard towers, or excuse me, one arcane tower, one guard tower currently up, as the footman is going to try and run away. Peasants are, I believe, on auto repair, as the peasants are now taking a little bit of damage as well. They're just going to be walking in between these two towers, and well, apparently the warden needs to lose a little bit of weight, otherwise can't pass between these two towers very easily. Meanwhile, footman is gonna go ahead and engage. Arcane tower now up and operational. Scout tower quickly taken down though, as the arcane tower, well, is gonna be the only building left here. All right, warden pretty much now out of mana. As you see, the units are now trying to back off here. Mountain King is trying to get additional mana as well, as we need to see some repairs. One Ancient of War should be more than enough though, as the units now making their way back down to the south. All right, Mountain King going after the archer. Archer is gonna be able to shadow meld, as it does a save hiding in the middle of the night. Warden with those boots of speed moving extremely quickly across the map, as the Mountain King, well, is gonna force to back off here. Second Ancient of War has finished off that arcane tower. If that other guard tower was in fact operational, this game would be completely different. The pacing would be completely off, but instead, Foggy now with a commanding lead. I'm getting very close to level 3 on the warden, but it's really hard to determine what the losses were for both races. Now, if you take a look at this, we are getting an Arcane Vault. We do have this Lumber Mill. We haven't teched to tier 2 yet. Meanwhile, we are still at Tree of Life. This Ancient of War should be able to finish off this farm. And now Foggy is doing a play, thereby transitioning into what it looks like is Huntresses. If this is going to be Huntress play, the lack of piercing damage, no water elementals, should be a very big benefit. Meanwhile, Ogre Magi Stormbolt gets the experience right there. Meanwhile, the Warden picks up the, well, +2 to every single stat, Circlet of Nobility. Mountain King unable to finish off any unit. Nope, gets in a bash onto the Archer as the Warden now purposely gets into harm's way as well. Footman now looking to back up here. This Footman now looking to back up. Staff of Teleportation will send him back home, as he is going to look to buy an arcane, well, a clarity potion and perhaps a scroll of regeneration as well. Mountain King needs to get a lot of mana. One solo Footman down across over here as we are looking at an expansion attempt coming in from Foggy. Let's take a look. Forest Troll Trapper will get taken down. No expansion. Many peasant losses. Bad day for human. Yeah, Th000 is going to have a bad day. Things are not looking very good, but we are getting up an expansion, but he would only still be playing catch up to Foggy. Foggy already has an expansion underway as well, as we are looking at the Forest Troll Trapper quickly taken down. Mountain King is at level 2, should quickly use a Scroll of Regeneration and a Clarity Potion once more. Why isn't it using the Clarity Potion? I do not know. It should be using it now. Now? Alright, nope, I can't determine when a Mountain King would like its Clarity Potion. I thought it would have used it some time ago to try and get a little bit more mana. Instead, it is going to try and go after these Forest Troll Berserkers once again. Units are going to finish off over here. A large army as the Forest Troll Berserker. One does get taken down. Mountain King is already at level 3. It does have a good amount of mana as the Mountain King purposely takes the long way round in order to get back. Now, we are going to be looking at Huntresses. There's a big fan of knives right there. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Stormbolt onto an Archer. Archer gets taken down here. But the Warden with fan of knives dealing terrible damage across multiple units. Footmen with the Fen, but what can they do against the Huntresses as the Footmen are now trying to retreat back once more? Archer gonna get taken down here. Mountain King doesn't have that much mana, hence should have used that Clarity Potion just a little bit earlier. As you see, 2 more Footmen getting taken out by Foggy. Foggy with some brilliant play right here. Those Boots of Speed, that early item pickup or drop, going to allow the Warden to catch up, chase down these Footmen, and get that much closer to level 4. Big exchange once more. Meanwhile, Mountain King needs to back off the Huntresses. The Forest Troll Berserker now making their way across. Are these towers going to be up in time? I do not believe so. And with that, Foggy has a commanding 10 supply lead and is going to be putting pressure on his opponent. All right, Arcane Tower, Guard Tower, Huntress is just going to run on inside. Shadow Meld is also a possibility. Footmen, well, the units are going to go ahead and engage right now. Let's take a look. The Forest Troll Berserker taking a lot of damage. It is currently light armor as the Mountain King going to come across here. Mountain King now looks to back up here. Stormbolt onto one Huntress. That Huntress is going to take a little bit of damage. There is a bash as well, but it is simply not going to last long enough at all. No Arcane Vault down to the south. Th000 is in serious trouble. He is only down by 4 supply, but economic equality compared to his opponent, who should be getting up an Entangled Goldmine in just a second. Meanwhile, Shadow Strike onto a Footman. Warden with those Boots of Speed should be able to finish off this Footman very quickly. The Huntress is able to close in on that distance, down to 65 hit points already, down to 27. One more shot should do it. It does get taken down as we are now going into a Blacksmith. Riflemen desperately needed. We are upgrading to keep, most likely going for mortar teams, and I guess this is the human version of going mech, or Terran version of going mech, as the Footman now runs into a group of Huntresses again. If we can get double workshops, Th000 is going to be the victor. If not, if Foggy is able to put pressure onto the expansion, perhaps with the help of some glaive throwers, or being able to catch the units just in midfield, that would simply be enough. This Mountain King doesn't have enough mana to fight back against all of these Huntresses with their fast movement speed, bounce damage, and, well, relatively high hit points in this matchup against melee Footmen. Wisp still wandering around here. Mountain King simply running across the center. As you take a look, well, Huntresses, that fast movement speed pretty much allowing themselves to be everywhere they want to be, as the Arcane Vault is going to get taken out with no easy way to heal. Well, the Arcane Vault being gone, all of a sudden the Mountain King only has 1 Scroll of Regeneration left. That Scroll of Regeneration, trying to heal up the remaining units as the Huntress is now going after the Altar of Kings here. Mountain King does not throw down a Stormbolt. Not quite sure why not, as the Arcane Tower was within range to at least poke a little bit of damage. Th000 needs to win out all of these small skirmishes slowly but surely, as we're taking a look. The Altar of Kings taking all of that bounce damage back onto that farm here. Mountain King trying to catch units in transit. You do see slow being cast onto the Mountain King there, and it is simply not going to work. 1 Huntress, while losing an Altar of Kings and a handful of farms and peasants, is not going to be a good play at all. Huntresses are on the inside right there. Fan of Knives coming across. Warden purposely trying to stay very, very far away as the Huntresses are in position right now. Scroll of Town Portal coming back. No, Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden now seeing that level 4, losing a lot of mana because of that Stormbolt, but is it going to be enough? Units are fighting back here. Double Arcane Tower poking apart all of these units. And did Foggy overextend? Did Foggy end up losing this game by himself, as the Mountain King still has a good amount of mana? All right, there go a couple more Militia. Mountain King down to 450 hit points. A couple more units could get taken down, as there goes another unit there. All right, Huntresses gonna get taken out. Mountain King sitting at level 4. There goes another Huntress, but the Mountain King has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. What can it really do in order to get around here as it tries to outrun its opponent? All right, let's take a look at this. Huntresses gonna continue to get poked here. Another Huntress could get taken down. Repair, no. Militia gonna go ahead and attack. Are we gonna see a swap? A Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden down to 360 some odd hit points as the Mountain King looks to continue to fight again. Mountain King down to sub 175. Damage is still being added up as that Peasant is just trying to get more repairs again. Mountain King in big trouble, down to 40 hit points. And there it goes, getting taken down. Warden is now at level 5. Are we going to see any more? What is going on down over here? Just detonation and just trying to hire up more units. Once again, Warden pretty much without mana for quite some time, fighting back here. The Militia perhaps should be the units taking, should be trying to kill off these units, but with the Mountain King gone, that is going to be the GG. No chance for resurrection as Foggy takes game number 1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.